Meet America's smallest car, the Smart fortwo. The Smart fortwo attracts attention from nearly everyone who sees it. People want to stop and ask you questions about it. Is that thing electric? Does it get good mileage? How fast does it go? Do you feel safe in it? The answers are no, it's not electric. It's actually powered by a 3-cylinder gasoline engine. Yes, it gets decent mileage, although not quite as good as you might expect, 35 to 40 couple miles per gallon. It'll go fast enough to get you in trouble, just over 90 miles an hour, and concerning safety, well, you certainly feel a bit vulnerable at first. But when you learn that the Smart fortwo has passed more crash tests than most cars are subjected to, you start to feel a bit more secure. In Smart's words, the Tridion safety cell protects its passengers like the hard shell of a walnut. But let's not kid ourselves here. You can't beat physics. In a land of 5,000 plus pound SUVs, the Smart is a little minnow swimming among a bunch of whales.
Being a small fish does have its advantages, of course. The Smart fortwo is super nimble around town, and if you see a parking spot you like, you just slide her on in.
It feels very stable around corners, with the electronic stability program kicking in if you get too frisky. It's only when you venture out of the city and onto the freeways that the fortwo starts to make you question its real-world usability. Being so lightweight, just over 1,800 pounds, the fortwo is more susceptible to crosswinds than most cars. And while its acceleration feels adequate around town, it leaves you wanting a bit on an on-ramp. But let's be fair, this car wasn't designed to go from city to city, it was designed to live in the city. So, smart car or dumb car?
I'll tell you why the Smart fortwo is aptly named. For starters, it makes people smile, like the new Beetle did back in its day. You can never have too much of that.
Also, like the new Beetle, it alters our automotive landscape by presenting a shape that is out of the ordinary, and that too is a good thing. But more importantly, the Smart fortwo foreshadows elements of our automotive future: lightweight, intelligent packaging, and generally out-of-the-box thinking. Where the new Beetle was a nostalgic nod to the past, the Smart fortwo offers us a sneak peek into the future. It's much more than a novelty, although unfortunately that's probably how it will be perceived by people who live outside the most crowded metropolitan areas. So you'll smile at the Smart fortwo as it goes by because it's cute, or because it's funny, or perhaps just because it's unusual. Whatever the case, it won't be perceived as a real car by most Americans. But what if it is reality? What if this is not just the future, but in fact, your future? My question to you then is, will you still be smiling? I'm Emile Bure, OnCars.